Yo, what's up guys, Rackals here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're actually going to be reacting to the speedrun world records for every single Quake map in the game. There's 24 different maps, so we'll be taking a look at quite a few different records just to show off some higher level play in the game and what fast games look like. And most of these are taken off a very long running Hypixel forums thread, which has been tracking fastest games for years. Unfortunately, due to an update they just did on the forums quite recently, that thread is now permanently locked, which is really sad. There has been a spiritual successor of it over on the QuakeCraft Discord server, although they didn't transfer over all of the records from this original thread. But we'll just be going through them all in alphabetic order, so let's jump right into it. Starting us off, we've got 34 seconds on Ancient done by Fiora. This is a trend that you'll recognize on a lot of these, is that players often like to use these sort of white packs to help make it a lot easier to see players. This one's off to a really good start, only a few missed kills, a couple double kills as well. That one is a triple kill, so that's probably what makes this run so fast. But overall, the players are just absolutely flooding to mid. This is a map that it took me personally a long time to start to enjoy. Looks like that was the first death right there, and then a bunch of whiffed shots after that. The pace was really crazy up until those last maybe like 5 or so kills. I think this could have been a sub 30 game if she kept up the pace for those first 20 or so kills. Next up, we've got 34 seconds on Apex done by Super N57, and this is another one of those very bright white packs with a crazy sound pack as well. Super good start here. Hasn't missed a shot pretty much. Been getting very lucky with the players despite not really being in the middle area right now. Usually this is where you'd want to hang out right here, since it's where the most players converge, but he instead chose to go down that hallway and kind of stay there, and it was working out for him really nicely. Overall, the aim on this one has been impeccable. Only died, I think, about 2 times. His aim is absolutely super incredible. I'm jealous of that. And just like that, it's over already. Next up, we've got 29 second Apex 2 done by Pommed. This is a name that you're going to see a lot of in this video. He has been absolutely dominating the fast games department lately. Once again, using these white packs, and this time with the black outlines, getting a really lucky double kill there. It looks like somebody just jumped inside of him as he was taking the shot at someone else. The nons are just absolutely flooding in. These are always the games that like you always wish you could have. Another nice double, which really is a good time save there. And just like that, once again, it's over. Next up, we've got 25 second Apex 3. Barely anybody has been able to achieve a sub 30 in this game, and 25 seconds is absolutely incredible. This is the current fastest time that's been done with the current maps. I think he's gotten at least 2 lucky doubles in the start here. I saw he missed one that could have been a triple. Took a few deaths, but he got really good respawns, so it doesn't matter. I think that's kind of the advantage of these smaller maps. Overall, got like, I think 3 or 4 double kills, which is what really gave it its speed here. Incredible time. Next up, we've got 34 second Cold War done by Dremery. This is actually the second fastest time. The first one is 31 seconds by hand, but unfortunately there is no recording of it. And so off to a pretty good start here. He did die, but he got pretty lucky with the respawn. There is one respawn on this map that's an absolute time killer, I should say, because it's so far away from everything else, whereas all the other ones are pretty fairly well balanced. Getting some really nice kills, having some difficulty killing Fiora, who we saw earlier on the Ancient time. Seemingly absolutely no doubles. He just basically took 25 shots and landed almost all of them. That was a really clean run. I mean, obviously all these games are going to go by super fast, but sometimes they just feel like especially fast. Next up, we've got 28 seconds on Demonic by Pommed once again. This time he's using different color hitboxes. He's using red instead of black like he used in his last one. He takes a death early, but once again gets a pretty decent respawn. Also getting a nice double kill there, which is a good time save, and a second double kill and a third double kill back to back. That doesn't happen super often. Taking a few shots to clear out this top area here before jumping down. That was a crazy shot on the guy going up the staircase there for real. I don't know how that landed, but that was another super impressive one over in a flash. Up next, we have 35 second Dig Site done by nasnoahs. Finally, we have a run without a white pack. This is going to be a bad video to watch if you're in a dark room right now, I guess, but taking a few deaths early on and missing a lot of shots as well. I'm assuming that the second half of this is going to seriously pick up the pace quite a bit, and yeah, here we go. Look at shot after shot after shot. Had a good like 5 or 6 kill combo there, and then continues it even after dying and getting a few double kills, which absolutely saved his pace after a pretty slow first half for sure. Crazy flick there. Now let me run that back. Oh, that's beautiful, bro. Next up, 31 second Dig Site 2 done by Pommed once again. Gets glitched into the block early on, also taking a really bizarre route and then just freezing for half a second. I guess he was maybe reading chat or looked at a notification or something, but oh my gosh. This is so clean. That was such a beautiful sequence. Oh my goodness. The combos in Quake, honestly more satisfying than getting big combos in PvP games sometimes. And once again, another one. Oh my god, another like 7 or 8 kills just in a row without stopping at all. He's borderline holding right click. I think this was easily my favorite run yet. That could have been probably a few seconds faster if he didn't go left off spawn here and then get stuck and then freeze a couple times. And then after dying once, he also freezes a second time. Oh my goodness. This first sequence is unbelievably satisfying to look at. And this was a run done with absolutely 0 double kills as well, which is what makes it even crazier, because those are often what can make or break a run, is getting any doubles or even triple kills. But yeah, absolutely so satisfying. Easily my favorite run so far. Next up, we've got 38 seconds on Fiora, done by Rackals. Hey, I know this guy. This is actually tied for 3rd fastest game, but unfortunately the 1st and 2nd fastest runs do not have any video footage of them. But yeah, getting a nice double kill early on. This is a notoriously slow map where it can be really hard to die on just because it's so absolutely massive with a million different hallways. You often find that the nons just never come to mid. And there's also a lot of bad respawns that you can take, but thankfully I mostly got good respawns up until that one. That was a big time save. I had a really good pace in the beginning there with a lot of double kills, getting another one at the end there. But I did get that one bad respawn and took sort of a weird route in the middle of it when I fell down that hallway. I would normally never do that. Next up, we've got a 37-second Foregone done by nasnoahs once again. A little bit of a slower start here, missing a shot and then just kind of being in a weird spot of the map before jumping down, but bringing it back with a double kill. Once again, we see the return of Fiora, who got the first time in this video. Getting a few nice kills here, kind of missing a lot of shots as well as hitting a lot of shots. This is one of those times that it feels a lot longer than it actually is. Like, that felt like the slowest run we've watched all day today, but it was still 37 seconds, which is actually super fast. Brings it back with a nice double. Missing a few more shots, but yeah, that was a pretty standard run. Probably the most missed shots we've seen so far out of any of the runs. Next up, 29 seconds on Freist by nasnoahs again. Nasty Noahs with the back-to-back times, and 39 seconds on Freist is an incredible time. This is one of these slower maps because it's just so big, and I don't think anyone ever expected people to get a sub-30 game on this map of all maps. But here he is doing it right now, gotten a few double kills and getting really lucky spawn points as well. There's a lot of run enders on this map because the spawn points are just so far away for some of them. But man, really clean aim, barely missed any shots and got a few double kills as well. Absolutely super impressive run. Next up, we've got 44 seconds on Hustwood done by Ruhtray. This is the slowest time that we will see today just because of how slow of a map Hustwood is. It's absolutely massive and it's only 8 players for some reason. And on top of that, a lot of mains will actually skip this map, which means it's hard to even get a full 8 players to begin with. But starting off with a lot of really good kills, only a few missed shots. We are watching a recording of the replay instead of first-person gameplay itself, which is why it looks a little bit jank. Sort of hanging out in this one area here where a lot of players tend to converge. Really smart move. And the players are just absolutely flooding to him as well. You can totally see how they just keep coming in and over and over. I think he maybe only got 0 or 1 kills this round. And it just goes to show that this map, I feel like, has so much potential. If he could have kept up that pace that he had in the middle where he was just getting kill after kill after kill for the whole duration of the game, I really do think that like a game in the 30s on that map is absolutely possible. Next up, 31 seconds Karanash done by Pommed. Unfortunately, the player named Karanash does not have the fastest time on Karanash. Jesse, if you're watching this, you need to tap in real quick. Getting a nice double kill there early on before getting shut down, but thankfully he gets a pretty good respawn. I mean, this is a very well-balanced map in that all the respawns are very equally spaced apart. And then a bit of a slow period where nobody's coming to mid there. That's probably like about almost 5 seconds just wasted when there is nobody. Now here's everybody once again. This time Pommed is opting for the pink hitboxes. I like how he seems to always change them. A nice sequence to close it out here. Next up, we have 29 seconds on Lost World done by Pommed, taking an interesting tactic here early on, opting to not go to mid and instead pretty much just camp this ledge over here. And I mean, as much as I want to hate on it, I can't deny that it's very clearly working and has been able to rack up a lot of kills very early. Also an incredible amount of double kills. I think he got like 4 or something already. And then once again finishing it up on this ledge here. He pretty much didn't touch mid the entire game. This is easily the most upsetting record I've watched so far just because of how hard he camped. Next up, 27 seconds Martian, once again by Pommed, and this is not a map that you would expect a 27-second game on. Absolutely amazing start, yet to have missed a shot. He's keeping up the streak. There we go. Commentator's curse, it of course ended right as I said that. But yeah, super incredible start here. Like I said, just about landing every single shot, and there seems to be just players everywhere he turns. Like I've mentioned it before, sometimes there's just those lobbies that you wish you could have been there for, and this is one of them. The players were literally everywhere. That was so crazy. Next up, we've got 34 seconds on Mines done by Pommed once again, although this time is in fact tied with Please, Ponk, and Ruhtray. Had a very good start there, even getting a nice double kill in the middle of it. Unfortunately, got sort of a mediocre respawn and then missing a lot of shots. That was probably going to be the slowest part of the whole run there, where he went like about 4 or 5 seconds with absolutely no kills. But turning it around really nicely, the players are literally like flocking to him like he's a magnet. Ended it with like a 15 kill streak or something at the end there too, after that first initial death, which is pretty crazy. Just looking for that one last kill to close it out. Absolutely incredible. Next up, we've got 39 seconds on Sero, done by Dremery. This is actually the second fastest time on this map, but once again, there is no footage of the number 1 time, which is Hand with 37 seconds. Off to a really good start here. This is again one of those maps where you can get really unlucky with the respawning somewhere that will just be an instant run ender, which also means that it's harder to get players to come to mid, but seems like that's not going to be a problem for him. There is players absolutely everywhere just flooding to him. Really solid aim, barely missing any shots. Takes another death, but he gets another fantastic respawn that's right by mid. Lands a nice shot on that first guy out of the air there, but unfortunately misses the second one. And closes it off after 1 death at the end there. Really nice run. Next up, we're back to Pommed. We've got 29 seconds on Sunken. Unfortunately, unlucky first shot there. The guy logged out like a frame before he was able to take the shot. So this run probably could have been very slightly faster had that happened. But nonetheless, super impressive aim, managing to kill all of the players who are hiding up on the ledges despite the awkward angles for him. I'm seriously jealous of Pumm's aim. His hand is so steady the whole time he plays through this game. And that was just an insanely fast run overall. Next up, 27 seconds Town, done by Pommed. This is a crazy one because after an update back a few years ago, Town went from being easily the fastest map to one of these slower maps, but he's not going to let that stop him. Getting a couple nice double kills early on. Also some really lucky respawns. Once again, this is a map where a bad spawn can instantly be a run ender, especially if you get it more than once. Also really fortunate that he was able to get the kills on the respawning players. Ever since the last Quake tournament, the spawn protection in Quake has been slightly messed up and really inconsistent, so you never really know if you're going to be able to kill a player or not if they've respawned any time in the past like second or two, but that didn't pose him any problems here. Next up, we have 26 second Woodstone, the second fastest time of today's video, which is absolutely crazy, done by nasnoahs. I really love his movement in this clip. He's using this pillar to his advantage, being able to hide behind it and take some shots. The aim here is so smooth, a nice double kill in the middle of it, and then just missing that other double kill there. This run probably would have been a little bit faster had he been able to land it, but overall, like, super impressive. I think he got 3, maybe 4 double kills in the middle of that. Super smooth aim, really phenomenal record. Next up, we'll take a look at a few miscellaneous kill records, the first of which being the old version of Town before they updated it and added more spawn points and made it significantly slower. So this is 20 seconds on Town, done by me, Rackals, and what you're watching is pretty much the reason that they changed Town to begin with, because as you can see, the old version of the map was ridiculous. I barely even needed to move. People are just respawning in the exact same spot over and over. You can see why the old version of this map was absolutely so ridiculous. And so while it's no longer really valid since they've changed the map, that was for a couple years the fastest ever legitimate QuakeCraft game. Next up, we've got the fastest game on teams. This is Belmorn, done in 1 minute and 3 seconds. Unfortunately, the ever elusive sub-minute win in teams has yet to be achieved, but this is the closest we've gotten. You're watching the point of view of Coaz, but the team was made up of him, myself, Melotaku, McLovin, and Udremt. And as you can see, this map is notoriously a disaster. A lot of teams mains will just completely skip it because it's just so spawn campable. So even though he died and went probably about 10 seconds there without really getting any kills, the rest of the team was keeping the enemy at bay, and just like that, we were able to round it off just over a minute. Coaz ended with 24 kills there. I was in first, nicknamed with 26 kills. And the final time that we're going to take a look at today is 17 seconds on Town by Mami Tomoe. Now this is a invalid time which made use of the monster kill glitch, which was a bug that was within the game for a few months before it got fixed, which meant as soon as the game started, you could literally just kill everybody instantly, which means in this instance, she started the game with 11 kills, like off of frame 1. And so the rest of those 17 seconds was just spent getting those last 14 kills that she needed. She was just able to monopolize this little area here, spawn kill the players over and over, and get a super unbelievably fast win. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I've never done a reaction video before, but I hope that my color commentary was good enough. And so yeah, if you've never seen any of these before, now you know what the highest level of play looks like on pretty much every map in the game. Big shoutouts to all the players who were featured in this video, as well as the Quake community in general. If you want to see more QuakeCraft content, do be sure to drop a sub because I'm trying to upload it every week. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Rackals, and peace.